adjusted all the way. That's why it's still leaking. While it's at his shop.
How long do you think it would take them to do that?
It's probably taking about a week, because you gotta take everything off above the tank, everything's gotta come off the top of the
You
truck.
gonna have this other truck ready before that one even tries?
Oh yeah, that's why, but you can't do it till, it's gotta be above 75 degrees for like 4 or 5 days, so you don't even wanna do it till, or you can't do it till.
Probably till April, which you're
Yeah.
right.
I'm just reminding y'all
Yeah.
of what needs to be done.
I'd say we put it on, next month's agenda, we could do it.
That, kind of to piggyback on that, there's a list of equipment that we still needed. Remember, we got all that equipment back at the end of last year, and there's still equipment that we still need. So I got several quotes, and Ms. Lydia emailed you those quotes. And I've been looking over which ones are the cheapest, or which ones, we would get the better price on, and it looks like the company 10-8 is gonna give us the best price for the all, although there are a few items that we can get cheaper from another company. Now, this is listing everything that we need, okay, and 10-8's bottom price, if you include one of their, what's this called?
Breathing apparatus.
It's free.
Only thing is, we don't need to get their breathing apparatus comes in, because we need to get the same thing that the county has, which is a Scott versus MSA, because if they're here and say, I come out and say, I need a bottle, they can just run to their truck or run to our truck and get a bottle
So
where,
they're compatible.
yes, ma'am, so those wouldn't be.
Okay, so assuming we did not get the breathing apparatus from 10-8, the bottom total figure would be $23,242.29. That would get us everything on the list that I have. What I'm thinking we could do is maybe not necessarily get everything at once, but if we could pull about $20,000 out of the CD, it would cost us only $62 to do that. And then we could knock off some of these large items, or even some of the small items, and get the tank on the truck repaired. We couldn't get everything on this list, but we could knock several things out of it.
What I would ask, and I think, and this, what I would ask is we have a special call meeting on this issue. I think this is gonna take some discussion amongst all of us to decide something like, because you're roughly ballparking, you're saying $30,000 more, so. Well, you said 23, and then the tank repair on the truck is what, almost
Okay,
5.
that's not what I meant to imply. What I meant to imply was that although the quote for all the equipment is $23,000, and to fix the tank would be $5,000, I say we only spend $20,000, use 5 of that to fix the tank, and use 15 to buy equipment.
Okay.
What do we have in the car department?
Start out like 39, 98, I think. Right under $4,000, I believe, was their initial budget. And then we, 2,800, got that grant, or,
2,500.
But we
They
haven't
never
got
called me
it
back.
yet.
They're supposed to be here tonight to present it, but they never called me, telling me they weren't coming, but I got a letter in the mail again this week, saying, or last week, saying that we were getting it.
I
We
still
won a grant for other counselors that don't know, and, he is giving it to the Bronwood Volunteer Fire Department. It's $2,500.
Good job.
I'm sorry. Well, that's just my thought, is that we could use that we couldn't get everything out of the way, but we could get a lot of things out of the way.
Could you email it to me tonight?
Do you want all the quotes, or just?
No, all the quotes, and I'll print it tomorrow morning for you. If you'll email it to me.
Well, on that, I don't know, we still go straight
The company she's talking about, which I find out that's the company that we bought the fire truck from, and I talked to a salesman again today, and he said, since we bought that truck, he could probably, do some better deal on some of that equipment.
Of course, I don't have a problem with
get everything being done with it, and let's have it done. I mean, when you look right there, what we're sitting on,
Taking $20,000 out of the CD would knock it down to almost half.
well, what I'm looking at is, when you look at our money, right here, what we got in the money. The city of Bronwood is mighty fortunate compared to what other municipalities are. I mean, if we have something major we gotta have done, even though we're sitting on this money, we still don't have to have a loan, we can afford to come in and do $100,000 job. 54 ain't gonna pay for what we have to have done if we have to have something done. I mean,
Well, I mean, if you were talking.
I just wanna see a finished product. I'm tired of a little bit here and a little bit there. I wanna see something done and completed. That's my opinion, and I think.
So you would like to take about $24,000 out of the CD?
I'd like to do what we need to do and be done with it, and then not have to hear fire truck or fire department for a while. I mean,
You hear that?
that's what I'm saying, I mean,
And I'm not arguing it, I'm just asking
yeah,
I'd rather have a special call meeting, if we come back in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'd just rather have a special call meeting when we have the time and not so pressure cooked to discuss it. Other than that, I don't know right now until I have time to really discuss it with everybody, and we have the time, and I can look at everything, because I honestly haven't had a chance, something you should have really understanding that. So that's all I'm asking.
I'll get those in the email to you tonight.
Thank you, ma'am.
So let me put your opinion.
I'm gonna table it until later. So we will have more time to really get into depth of it. Yes. I'm gonna make that motion. What do you think?
well, it's not on the agenda, so you really don't have to take anything.
It's
You wanna
just
try to
more or
decide
less
on
a
the day,
meeting.
have a special call meeting, maybe?
Let's do that then.
Alright, I'll do that then. Is that?
That's the last committee report. Cemetery's looking good.
I don't have it. We needed the big cemetery today. I think the front of it needs cutting, and then we gotta get at the little cemetery. The grass is, we had no break from grass, so we need to cut grass this year.
Mr. Mayor, somebody's got their hands up in the office.
Next is repair.
Talking about the cemetery, I don't know what's appropriate right now, y'all stop me tonight, but I mentioned sometime back about the concrete being put up there, when they break the graves and everything. The last 3, funerals they've had over there, fixing lots, they're dumping on me now. Y'all can go over and see it for yourself. I mentioned something to y'all about it, maybe about contacting them and letting them know, maybe putting some sort of fines or something on. Wait just a minute. The rocks and things is already, from the concrete is already in my field, over there where they're dumping this stuff, and it's in my field under my pine trees now. So I would appreciate if y'all would put a stop to it.
I would like to say this, Mr. Perry, one particular day, the particular person that you're talking about was out there digging the grave, and I had kids out there weed eating, and I informed them to watch him, and if he goes to dump anything, to tell him, no, it has to be removed. And he was heading over there to your property to dump it, and Eileen stopped him and said, no, sir, so he came over here and dumped it on Thursday.
Who is on the cemetery committee? Who looks at the cemetery committee?
I'm one of them.
Would you please go tomorrow, meet me and I'll carry you over and show them to you, I want you to see it,
Oh, I've seen
I
them.
want someone to look at this now,
I've
because
seen
I knew it was gonna happen and it's happened now. It's gravel and it's rock and everything else, in 3 locations in my pine trees over there. And then, like I said, the rocks under the cedar tree is already getting down in the pine trees over there.
I've seen them, and they also like to leave the beer cans laying out there in beer bottles.
And I mentioned something about this last month, the month before last.
And I did stop them, the last one that they were digging, we did stop them and detoured them, and they dumped over here on Third.
And the letter was written to all of the funeral homes around here back
It's not
years
them.
back.
It's, Seymour is the one that's doing it.
But he digs for funeral homes, though, who was doing it, say that contract, and they dig for funeral homes, so the funeral home ought to be responsible for it.
You're right, and if I was you, I would contact Harvey Funeral
No, ma'am,
Home.
it's not my place, it's y'all.
But if it's on your land,